Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Allison Fergit. 2 are injured after a structure fire in Chippewa Falls. Crews were dispatched just after 5 this morning. When first responders arrived, they found the second story of the building fully engulfed in flames. EMS crews treated 2 patients at the scene. One was taken to the hospital. The fire is estimated to have caused about $150,000 in damages. No word yet on the cause of the fire. No one is hurt after a shed fire in Coon Valley. Multiple fire departments were dispatched to the fire around 2:45 this afternoon. When they arrived, the shed was fully engulfed. The shed and all the equipment inside was a total loss.
Once we got on scene, I first determined that there was nothing salvageable. So it's just nothing to get excited about, nothing to get hurt over. We just got to put the fire out. So that's what we did.
The fire was started by cardboard burning in a barrel, catching the grass on fire and spreading to the shed. A Viroqua man is facing drug charges after an investigation. 6-year-old John Fanta was arrested after a search warrant was executed Friday night. According to Vernon County Sheriff's Department, methamphetamine and a firearm were found in the residence. Fanta is being held pending his bail hearing.
We had a nice little increase in our temperatures today compared to yesterday, right around normal actually out there for our highs. Not too bad, but definitely not as warm as we were the last few days of the week. 38 for our high officially in La Crosse, 37 in Eau Claire. Comparing that to yesterday at this time, definitely a good increase, a 10-degree increase at least across the area. So I hope you had time to really get out there and enjoy it because it wasn't too bad out there. We do have some warmer temperatures on the way. We're still sitting kind of in those upper to mid-30s right now. Tonight we'll be staying a little bit milder compared to the last 2 nights, actually getting into the mid and upper 20s out there. We'll have that southerly flow bringing in some slightly warmer air, but you'll definitely be feeling it tomorrow with our highs. Most of the area getting back into the 50s, some locations north of I-94, maybe holding on to the upper 40s out there, but really a fairly nice day. Some scattered shower potential in the afternoon, but then all attention will shift towards Tuesday and Wednesday. We do have alert days out for both days, for both heavy rain and then heavy snow. So we get a taste of spring and then we get another taste of winter right along with it. I'll break it all down coming up in my full forecast because it looks like it could be a little bit of a mess.
Oh boy, well, thank you, Nicole. The La Crosse Area Chamber of Commerce will hold its annual meeting to celebrate achievements in the community. The event, sponsored by News 8 Now, will honor community members' dedication to the area. Paul Mueller will receive the Community Impact Award for his contributions in the building of a new hospital, and Deb Stangel will be the recipient of the Volunteer of the Year Award.
Those colleagues, our patients, the community members, and of course my family and my wife that made it possible.
Brothers Lawn Care Service and Referuf Staffing Solutions will also receive awards to recognize their success and impacts on the local economy. Helping volunteer firefighters one chicken dinner at a time. Today was the annual Trempealeau Caledonia Volunteer Fire Department Chicken Queue. The event was drive-through only, so community members could easily and quickly pick up their meals. All the proceeds from the chicken queue help the department buy protective gear.
It's super beneficial to the department. It's just really incredible to have their support to be able to buy and purchase equipment with the money raised at this event.
The firefighters had some special guests at the chicken queue. A local Girl Scouts troop was also there selling cookies. This weekend marked La Crosse's Boys and Girls Club's biggest sporting event of the year. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater La Crosse hosted its 43rd annual McDonald's Basketball Classic. The tournament is for boys teams ages 4th through 9th grade. More than 100 teams from all over came to the region to play, including teams from Superior and Wausau. While it's near the end of the basketball season, the tournament gives kids another opportunity to work on the skills they've learned all year.
Athletics in general is a great way for kids to learn life skills, but to see kids at all these different facilities competing and giving their best effort and being supported by their coaches and also the spectators is pretty awesome to see.
A tournament this big calls for a lot of community cooperation. The BGC worked with area schools to use their facilities and make the tournament a success. An event at the La Crosse Center is helping plan people's big day. Wedding World La Crosse hosts over 50 vendors to help those saying I do plan their wedding day. Booths with photographers, venues, catering, and more were set up to make planning as easy as possible.
Celebrate and plan and get inspired for what they want their special day to look like. And that's different for everyone, right? So what does that mean for them, and helping that become a reality and their dreams come true? Dresses and tuxes and, men's formal wear, DJs, entertainment, the dance floor. Like, what do you want your celebration to be like? And how
Wedding World has been helping people in La Crosse plan their big day since the early 1970s. Today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is meeting with European leaders in the UK. Jen Sullivan reports on the support Zelensky is receiving from many European leaders as his relationship with the U.S. becomes rocky.
Can you still work with President Trump?
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky meeting with many European leaders at a summit Sunday in London, including UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The two warmly embracing. The exchange coming less than 2 days after Zelensky's explosive Oval Office clash with President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance over the U.S.'s involvement in the Ukraine-Russia war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. We're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards.
Following the combative meeting, President Trump canceled a joint press conference with Zelensky, and the Ukrainian leader was escorted out of the White House. The meeting leaving Western allies reeling and throwing the future of the Russia-Ukraine war into deep uncertainty as the conflict enters a fourth year. Many European leaders are hopeful a peace deal can be made between Russia and Ukraine. And on Sunday, British Prime Minister Starmer said the UK, France, and perhaps other countries would work on a plan to end the war.
When a deal arises and is struck, that we stand ready, and Europe will play a big role here to make sure that that deal, that peace can be maintained.
But many Republican leaders backing Trump and accusing Zelensky of being ungrateful and uncooperative.
I think it's a big mistake, and I hope he changes his mind.
On Saturday, Zelensky and Starmer signed an agreement to accelerate $2.8 billion worth of loans to Ukraine. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Still to come, the avian flu is hitting Midwest farms hard. And now farmers in Minnesota are using a unique method to fight the virus.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic.
Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic. Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. And I'm already late.
The Board Store, 1989. The Board Store, 2025. We've made our own improvements to better serve homeowners while improving the homes and lives of thousands of homeowners in the past 35 years. Now is your opportunity for you to get started on this year's project at the lowest prices of the year. See it all in our showroom, visit online, or call. 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Higher quality at lower prices. Don't miss it.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
In addition to causing egg prices to rise, the recent bird flu outbreak is causing problems for many farmers. That's led some farmers in Minnesota to take a unique step to keep the virus from spreading.
This has been one of the craziest times because in the past, it would come, we would have it for a few months, and then it would go away.
But Jake Flomig says he and other turkey farmers have been dealing with H5N1 for 3 straight years. His family operates Fallen Farms, which was hit hard by the flu in 2023. And that's when he decided to buy a laser to keep away ducks and geese, the main carriers of bird flu.
We've been able to cut our mortality down in about half. And I want to attribute a lot of that to these lasers.
Jake isn't alone. Over the past 2 years, Minnesota poultry farmers have installed 100 bird lasers throughout the state. During that time, Jake says the mortality rate for commercial turkeys and chickens dropped from 4 million to 2 million statewide. We can't see this laser during the day, but the birds can.
The birds can.
Their eyes pick up a green beam, which causes them to fly away from the turkeys. For people, it's visible at night. He installed his first laser on top of a barn. Jake's second laser is attached to the top of that windmill tower. Both lasers on his farm cover about 500 feet. And they cross over each other, covering the entire farm. Their sequences vary, so migratory birds don't get used to their patterns. So here it comes. Jake says there's hope a bird flu vaccine will eventually be available. But until then, he'll keep his lasers running 24/7.
To me, it's been a big difference, and I've seen results throughout the state.
Minnesota lawmakers talked about additional funding for poultry farmers in order to help them fight H5N1. Firefighters battling fires across the Carolinas. A look at the fires forcing hundreds to evacuate their homes after the break.
And we have 2 alert days coming up in a row, both Tuesday and Wednesday, for some heavy rain and heavy snow. I'll have all the details on it coming up in my full forecast right after the break.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
The fact that Brad Schimmel supports the 1849 law terrifies me. When I was pregnant, I had complications, but because of the ban, doctors couldn't help me. Brad Schimmel has no idea what it's like to lay in a hospital bed, pregnant and dying. The 1849 law that Brad Schimmel supports almost killed me. Brad Schimmel is too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben will fight to get you a fair settlement.
They really were on top of everything. They left nothing to chance.
I always felt that they were pushing for me, advocating for me.
They gave me such a great peace of mind. I knew that I could count on them.
They're trustworthy, and they always have your best interests in mind.
I would recommend Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben to anybody who's been in an accident.
It was fantastic.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben for a free consultation.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
More than 170 wildfires are scorching through the Carolinas. Hundreds have been forced to evacuate their homes, and 50 million are under fire alerts. The Carolina Forest Fire, just north of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, doubled in size to 1,200 acres overnight. Dry and windy conditions fueling the fast-growing fires today. South Carolina's governor declaring a state of emergency to support firefighting efforts. While here in the Coulee region, temps have cooled off compared to earlier this week, but these beautiful skies definitely are worth going outside for. Let's send it to Nicole for our forecast.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad out there to finish the weekend out. We have a pretty decent day on the way for tomorrow as well, but really the main story this week is going to be those alert day conditions. So tomorrow we're seeing partly sunny skies out there with highs getting back into the 50s, but come Tuesday it's going to be vastly different. So here's what we know right now. This is a two-sided system coming through a very strong spring storm impacting most of the country really. We're going to see it start Tuesday as scattered morning showers, but those eventually will change over to more of a widespread rain. Looking to get around half an inch to possibly an inch in some locations of rain, and that could cause some issues because our ground is, believe it or not, still very frozen out there, and that's going to really limit the ability for the ground to soak up any rain, let alone an inch of rainfall. So we could see some excessive runoff that might impact some of those stronger rivers, creating some minor flooding or some pooling on roadways. Definitely something that we want to be keeping in mind, but then come Wednesday, it's going to be feeling just like winter out there again. Early morning, we're seeing a transition from rain to snow as we get cooler air funneling back in, expecting around 3 to 7 inches possible. This is going to be starting as a very wet and heavy snow early Wednesday morning, but it'll eventually transition to more of a fluffy snow lasting through the evening hours. The main concern, though, really going to be those strong wind gusts. We're seeing wind gusts possibly getting upwards of 50 miles an hour already by Wednesday morning, so very, very strong winds combined with that fluffy snow could cause for some reduced visibilities and some very dangerous travel conditions. So let's break it all down, starting with SkyTrack. Here we are starting tomorrow morning. We have a warm front passing through ahead of the system that could be bringing some scattered showers into the area, mainly for folks north of I-94 because we have very, very dry air situated over us right now. It's going to be causing some issues for any of this rain to really start to reach the ground. Again, late showers, not really expecting anything more than 1/10 of an inch, and that'll move on out. And then by the nighttime, we're going to start to see some very light showers moving in. This looks like a lot, but we're really only expecting light showers throughout the night, and then we'll get a little bit of a break going into Tuesday morning, possibly seeing a couple scattered showers throughout the area, but the main body of the system doesn't really impact us until later Tuesday afternoon, starting to see those widespread showers move in across the entirety of the area. A low pressure system is going to be moving off to our southeast, and then by the time that it moves further to our east by Tuesday night, it's going to be circulating much cooler air behind it into our area that will promote this transition from rain to snow. We're seeing some areas start to see some snow very late Tuesday night. Most of us won't start seeing it until early Wednesday morning, possibly around midnight, a little bit later than that, but definitely lasting throughout the entirety of the day on Wednesday. Here's a look at our rain amounts. This is going to be from tomorrow night into Tuesday night before we see that snow transition happening. Areas south of I-90 possibly getting upwards of an inch. Everywhere else seeing 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rainfall, but that snow, so far it looks like that heaviest band is going to be between Rochester and Eau Claire, where we could see 4 to 8 inches. Everywhere else picking up at least 2 inches of snowfall, again starting wet and heavy, but could transition to more of a fluffy. With that snow, we're going to see those strong wind gusts that we mentioned earlier. Already by Wednesday at midnight, when we already see that snow transitioning in, we're seeing wind gusts around 40 miles an hour, upwards of that as we go into the morning. And then Wednesday afternoon could be seeing some wind gusts getting as high as 50 miles an hour. So again, all causing for some hazardous travel out there. Definitely something that you're going to want to be staying updated on, especially throughout the week. Not really a fun situation, but we'll have temperatures slowly warming back to above normal by next weekend, so that snow likely won't stick around too long, and then we get to set that clock forward, have some later sunsets, some warmer weather on the way. Just got to get through this.
Just another example of Wisconsin's swinging weather all the time.
We're going makes it exciting. Yeah.
Oh, spring definitely makes it. I guess exciting's a good word. All right, well, thank you, Nicole. And coming up next in sports, a battle in the Big Ten. Wisconsin hits the road for an important conference matchup against Michigan State. Cade is in next with sports.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
If you can't say anything nice, come sit next to us at LCT's production of Steel Magnolias. Tickets are on sale now. Call or stop into the LCT box office or visit lacrossetheater.org.
Everyone deserves the opportunity to reach their full potential. Discover how to live life to the fullest with Thinkability Wisconsin, a resource hub that empowers people with disabilities throughout their lives. An opportunity can make all the difference. And it all starts when you say yes. Call or visit the website to get help from a Thinkability Navigator today.
I know Brad Schimmel, he has always focused on getting justice for victims of sexual assault. The Sexual Assault Kit Initiative, Brad cleared that backlog. It's a completely false attack on him. His opponents, I think, have to change the narrative to redirect the focus away when she routinely gives light sentences to child predators. That is not what we need on the Supreme Court in Wisconsin.
Planning a home renovation? Save money and time by calling Habitat for Humanity's Reclaim program. Habitat will remove your cabinets, flooring, windows, appliances, and more for free. Habitat sells reclaimed items at the Restore rather than sending it to the landfill. With Reclaim, you can save money, go green, and support Habitat. To schedule your free Reclaim service, go to habitatlacrosse.org/reclaim.
If you can't say anything nice, come sit next to us at LCT's production of Stale Magnolias. Tickets are on sale now. Call or stop into the LCT box office or visit lacrossetheater.org.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
The Badgers were in some big-time basketball this afternoon as number 11 Wisconsin on the road taking on number 8 Michigan State. Already a tough game for the Badgers, and to make matters worse, they were without starting guard Max Klesmit. Wisconsin comes in at 22-6 on the year. Michigan State 23-5. Just seconds into the game, and the Badgers start hot. Jean Tonje for a three, knocks it down. Badgers lead. Then just before the break, John Blackwell drives, spins, gets the fadeaway to fall. Wisconsin up by 2 going into half. But the Spartans would heat up in the second. Frankie Fiddler was smooth with the reverse layup. Michigan State up 3. Then under 9 to go, Jace Richardson, the feed inside to Carson Cooper. He throws it down. Spartans up 8, but the Badgers would claw their way back. Kamari McGee, the pass over to Nolan Winters. Catch and shoot 3. Wisconsin down just 1. However, Michigan State would fend off the comeback as Cooper throws down another highlight dunk, and Michigan State runs away with it 71-62 the final. The Badgers shot just 15.6% from 3 and got out-rebounded by 11, and yet they were in this one late into the game. That marks Wisconsin's second loss in the last 3 games, and now with just 2 games left in the regular season, the Badgers need a couple of wins to hold on to that double bye. Up next on the road at Minnesota on Wednesday before ending the season at home against Penn State on March 8th. Yesterday, a few area girls basketball teams punched their ticket to the sectional semifinals in Division II. The West Salem Panthers won their 4th straight regional title. They'll now face DeForest. In D3, Prairie du Chien will face top seed Edgerton. In D4, the Aquinas Blue Golds are 2 wins away from another trip to Green Bay. They'll be taking on top seed Neilsville. And in Division 5, Blair Taylor and Aleva Strum will square off for a spot in the sectional final. All of those games set for Thursday, March 6th. In spring training today, Milwaukee's Sal Frelick had a day at the plate. 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, including this 2-run home run. The Brewers would tie the Guardians. Yes, we tie in spring training now. 12-12 the final. Opening day set for Thursday, March 27th, when Milwaukee will face the New York Yankees. Wow, going back to that Badger game, we've almost got the Big Ten tournament, and then we've got March Madness. I can't wait. It's such a great time of the year.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is one of the best. March is the best sports month, I think. You can't argue with that.
Yes,
it's so exciting.
It's up there for sure, especially if you
if you're a basketball fan, then yeah, this is the best month.
And you just love filling out a bracket. I mean, who doesn't love filling out a bracket?
It's really exciting. You know, tough Badgers lost today, but against a really, really good team, and you're missing Max Klesmit, and you you don't play particularly well
they
from the
only
three.
Shot 15.5% from three, so surely they get a little bit better than that going in late.
I don't think there's no moral victories, but not something to be devastated about today.
I agree with you, Allison. All right, we'll have another look at your weather when we come back.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
I kind of think of our airport like a small business. It really is super important that we support our local businesses, and that's what helps make a community thrive.
A new walk-in shower, safe and convenient.
A beautiful new entry door.
A lovely pergola or patio cover.
New windows that wow.
Your dream kitchen.
New siding to transform your home from old to new.
Whatever your plans, the 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, brings you all of these at the lowest price of the year.
Visit our 8-building showroom on Copeland Avenue in La Crosse. Visit our website.
Call 608-782-8877.
The 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Don't miss it.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
When people come to La Crosse, for those that are relocating to La Crosse, knowing that they've got convenient travel to be able to get out of La Crosse to travel outside of the area is important to them, as well as bringing family and friends in for visiting.
All right, well, we have 2 alert days coming up starting Tuesday afternoon and lasting through all day Wednesday, seeing heavy rain potential on Tuesday and then the potential for some heavy snow and some blowing snow along with that going into Wednesday. So definitely something to be aware of, definitely holding on to it.
Yeah, if you have any errands to run in the next couple days, get them done now. So you don't have to be on the roads on Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah. And hopefully this is the last big storm of the winter season for us.
I can't make promises.
Fingers crossed for sure.
The spring roller coaster.
No kidding. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 10.